I thought it would be useful for you to know, how do we pronounce GH in English? There are similar words in English, like bought, past tense of buy, sought, past tense of seek, thought, so past tense of think, caught. In all of these words that have GH, the GH is basically silent. The same is true about the word ought, which is not the past tense, is not considered the past tense of anything, but still the GH is silent. So this is GH number 1. So I started with verbs that are past tense of something, but other words which are not like that, but they still have a GH which is silent, including the word although, bow, and the word dough, borrow. The word daughter, daughter, or daughter. Words such as high, sigh, thigh. And then there's a bunch of other words in which GH comes before a word final T, and in all of them GH is silent, like bright, fright, fight. And the word height and light and night and night and sight and right and playwright. EIGHT, again 8, and wait and freight. And then more interestingly, we have a bunch of proper nouns, like it could be persons, last names, like O'Shaughnessy. Again here, the GH is silent. Or Strawn. Here even A is silent, but GH is definitely silent. And then the word Vaughn. But then that was only GH number 1. GH number 2 is pronounced like F, like trough. That's the American pronunciation. Cough and tough. And then the word laugh. Okay, so this is group 2. In group 3, GH is pronounced like G. It's either in words that are rare, like they're very infrequent in English, or they're used in foreign words. Like English words, ghost, ghastly, and aghast. In all of them, GH has the sound of a G. And also the word gherkin, it has G again. And yogurt, but if you're not happy with yogurt, you can drop the H and just write it with a G, because the word yogurt has 2 spellings. And the word ghetto, and the word ghoul, and the word ghee. There are proper nouns which are like foreign place names, like Ghana, like Afghan or Afghanistan, and Benghazi. In all of these words, the GH has the sound of a G. Then there's a group 4, which I can think of only of one word, like hiccup. So GH has the sound of P, surprisingly, hiccup. Group 5. In group 5, it's like the sound which is common in German, for example, like H, like the word ugh. It's like an interjection. And then there's some words like the name McLaughlin. Here, the McLaughlin, in McLaughlin, the GH could be K, McLaughlin. But if you want to get more Scottish and more faithful to the original, you can pronounce it like McLaughlin, or some people say McLaughlin. So this falls under the category 5, which is like, is it even English? And then the last group is group 6, in which GH is not actually a GH together. It's a combination of G and H, which randomly happen to be written next to each other, but they belong to 2 different morphemes or roots of the word. For example, when you write the word doghouse, in which you don't write a space or a hyphen, GH happen to come one after the other, but they are 2 different phonemes. So it's the phoneme G and then the sound H. So it is pronounced as such, doghouse. And then the word big-headed or egghead or bighorn. So if you know any word with GH, it doesn't fall under any of these groups, let me know in the comments section. If you're not an English speaker and you learn the language, it's good to know these rules. But even if you're an English speaker, but you're not really into writing, you would know that there's so much unpredictability, and then you wouldn't write the word night like this, or light like this, or drive-through like this. This shows that, well, because GH was silent in all of these words, that's why we have these words drive-through. So they have actually become common. I mean, that's why native speakers wrote those words with no GH in them. And then, of course, that would be knit, But then to make it night, you need to add the E. And then this would be lit, so you have to add this. But drive-through is, of course, why do we need so many silent letter? I mean, so we shouldn't be surprised if people start writing those words without a GH. But the thing is, these words in which the GH is silent used to be pronounced in English.